Hi, I'm Kent.
And I'm Melanie.
We're Impromptu Adventures. And we like to do a lot of VR on our Oculus Quests. But most of those games, most of those experiences are individual. They're solo encounters, and we like to do stuff together.
Yeah, I much prefer that. I'm a social doer. So, as much as I enjoy the Oculus, it's unlikely that I'm going to get into the Oculus if he's not also playing something, or preferably playing the same game.
So we like to play together online poker. I know, probably sounds kind of crazy.
No, it's so much fun. Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em on PokerStars VR on the Oculus Quest. And it's all free, so you're not paying any money. The application's free, the chips are free. You can spend money if you want to, but of course we don't. That makes it, from a poker perspective, it makes it kind of interesting, because anything you know about actual cash games or tournament poker doesn't really apply when the chips are free. If you want to try to bluff somebody by betting huge in virtual poker, you've got to bet astronomical, because people just don't care about those chips.
All in, they'll go all in too.
So it's kind of interesting, but we still love to do it. And it's not like playing just regular online poker, because it's VR. So you can wave your arms around, and people are looking at each other and having conversations.
I think that's one of the most interesting parts for me, is that inside the game you can have your own avatar, be dressed the way you want, and it really seems real, and you're flipping up your cards, and your hands are actually doing that.
In this video, it's just kind of my beginner poker analysis of some hands that we played.
You're good.
It's mostly stuff from my perspective, just because then I knew what I was thinking. But Melanie was playing as well.
Yeah, we have different styles, and we talk a lot about poker theory. He watches a lot, he learns a lot, and he's a chess player, so that helps him too. But we definitely have different styles. And
yes, Melanie here is a lag. She is a loose, aggressive player. That's not quite aggro-tard, but she is a lag. And I'm, for the most part, a tag. I'm a tight, aggressive player.
He did not call me a hag.
No, lag. No. So let's strap in and check it out. Next hand, we have Ace-Jack offsuit. A little bit more premium cards there. So unless there's a huge bet coming around to us, it'd have to be really big not to make us fold this. We go ahead and call. No one's betting. Likely should have raised that to try to get some of the people with mediocre cards that might be on draws to get out of the pot. Ace-Jack is not too bad. You have a couple high cards, straight possibilities. Probably should have bet that. Turns out we get the absolute nuts on the flop. We have a full house already. Aces over jacks. This is going to be really tricky to play, however, because unless someone else has something really good in their pocket, they're going to be pretty scared of those cards. Best possible scenario is that somebody else has a jack or even pocket jack, so that they have a full house, just not as high as my full house. That's when you can really extract maximum value. We get some bettors for not too much, $200. And keep in mind, this is all fake money, so most people kind of treat it pretty lightly. And then look at the turn, a jack. Even someone with a single jack now has made a full house. This is my dream hand. We're going to have to bet this one up and see if that jack wants to call us off or not. It'd be really tough to fold a full house. You'd have to assume someone had an ace. We actually get someone else to call, so we have 3 people in the pot, including me. He must have thought we were bluffing. Surely someone in this, with this size of a bet, has either an ace or a jack. The river is a total brick, doesn't hit anybody. No one really could have improved much with that. We get a big bet from the person with the jack. We go ahead and call and get paid off.
I had 3 aces and 3 jacks.
Here we are with another ace-jack at a different table, so we're going to go ahead and play this one. And again, really should raise this pre-flop. get anyone on a weak draw to consider folding. But we don't, we just call it off, see the flop, doesn't hit us. As it turns out, no one really wants to bet this very high, so I don't think that flop hit anybody. Maybe someone could be on a straight draw. There's R2 hearts. If someone's got a pair of hearts, they might be on a flush draw. But if they are, no one's betting it. Turn double pairs the board. I really don't think that helped anybody. No one's been betting like they had either an 8 or a 9. If they're on straight or flush draws, they still haven't gotten there yet. So I don't think anybody has it. River is another brick. So I'm pretty confident my ace high is actually going to take down this pot. We just have to see who wants to bet and how much we want to bet. We bet too high, someone's going to think we were slow playing an ace or a 9. So we go for a pretty small bet. Better take home something rather than nothing. I want everyone to stay in this pot that's still playing. Melanie decides to fold, but we get one other caller who, as it turns out, had a queen. He was hoping his queen would be high enough. But our ace takes down a pretty small pot. Here we've got some pretty bad cards. We have a 6-jack suited. Not very good, but we're going to go ahead and call. If anyone tries to push a bigger raise, then we'll probably fold this off. It's not a very good hand. Only thing we're really hoping for here is a flush. Everyone's in, but no one's really tried to bet very much. So we're all going to see a flop, which doesn't hit our clubs, but does give us trips. We have 3 6s. We got 1 club, which could possibly give us a backdoor flush, but those 3 6s are probably going to be enough to win. Don't want to bet too high, but we do have to start building this pot. So we're going to put in a small bet, not too scary. Only 75. Pot's only 475, so that's about a quarter pot. I want to get maximum callers to see if we can get someone to catch something on the turn, and then we can start cranking up our bets. Everybody's still in? Awesome. We get a king. I'm really hoping someone's holding on to a king, maybe even something like ace king. That's going to induce them to bet, and then we can take them down with our 3 6s. We do get 1 small bet, so we're going to raise that up by another 2 1/4. Pot's almost 1,000 now. Probably could have even bet that a little bit higher, but I'm really trying to keep it low enough that anyone who's still hoping for something will try to stay in. The only card that would really be scary here is another club. If we get a club on the river, someone could complete a flush, but that would be us, and so we're still sitting really well. The only club that would be bigger than ours, if another club falls, is the ace of clubs, and so we'd be happy with that as well. Nothing really to fear here. We're going to go ahead and shove it all in, give somebody a really tough decision to make here. Does Melanie want to go for it or not? Is she on a flush draw? She does hate to give up her flush draws and her straight draws, so she kind of considers for a while before deciding to make the call. I show her the bad news, and as I was thinking, she did catch a king. That's why she really didn't want to fold that hand off at all.
He did not call me a hag.
No, lag.
And I'm not loose in that way. Okay.